Growing up, I only knew of asking forgiveness and accepting Christ into your life, and then you can't do all this stuff. And that I didn't want any part of growing up, because I knew I wanted to go do a lot of sinning. Drugs being around me was a normal thing. Smoking pot and rolling pot, doing all that was just a normal thing in my life. And my stepfather was a member of the Hells Angels. My mom started using drugs. I was 17, 18 years old. We got into a fight. She literally almost killed me that day. She had me down on the ground. She ended up pretty much strangling me. Hands around my neck and choking the life. And it was at the last minute that she let go. But I remember laying there thinking, she's going to kill me. From there, I just never, I stopped talking to her. I went off into the military. I was Air Force intelligence. Started partying even more, basically doing a lot of drinking and sleeping around. After I left out of the military, I started living with a guy roommate. And he had a friend, a girl that came over and brought us to Calvary Chapel. You know, before I even showed up for church that night, I knew I was walking forward. My mind was made up, and as soon as he said it, I was up and walking forward. I did my altar call. I walked away, and I think maybe the following weekend there was a message about doing your water baptism. And I remember sitting there, I'm like, no, I'm not ready for my water baptism. And I essentially went out and wasn't done sinning. My main addiction is porn. I started watching porn when I was 15 years old. And this guy that I met and essentially ended up marrying and divorcing was filming porn for the internet. And I must have met him 2 weeks after my altar call. I look back on it now and I could just see where Satan was not letting go, and the people that he started putting in my life to make sure I wasn't drawing closer to the Lord, but still staying stuck in my sin. So I quit bartending, and I actually got a job in a corporate America environment. I have the professional job, I pay my bills, I'm a law-abiding citizen, I can do whatever I want. I can party at night if I want, I can travel. It still doesn't satisfy. I was creating a monster in myself. And then at that very moment, it was like I remembered my altar call. And I was like, I made a promise. And I have not kept it at all. And I didn't want to be that person. There was something in me where I was wanting to complete my degree in theology. And I came down one Sunday, and Pastor Bob was talking about the Calvary Chapel Bible Institute. And the registration was almost about to end, but you still had time to get in. So that next week, I sought out where the Bible Institute was. I met with this girl. She gives me the application, and she put me in hermeneutics. And I had to break down a Bible verse that was like Colossians 3:12. And my Greek word was meekness. And I was this hard, independent. There was nothing about me that was meek. And after searching out and really breaking that word down, that was everything that I wanted to be. Halfway through the semester, I went down and did my water baptism. And I was like, God, I really don't understand all of this. And if you just be patient with me, I'll do this thing. I'm all in. I'm yours. And he's been patient with me. He, one step at a time, cleaned up each thing. It's not like I had to walk in and give up everything. You know, he was graceful. And it's nice to know that he never walked away from me and waited for me to come back. I am so happy and satisfied, and doing ministry and helping others and going on missions trips and, you know, just working for God is really satisfying. So that's all I can say.